All right, so I want to take you through the zeroing in process with your putter. Now you can either use 2 golf balls to do this, or you can use the included gauntlet that came with your putter to determine whether you're hitting your line or whether you're hitting it a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and we're going to adjust your putter to help you hit your line more often. Okay, so what I want is 2 balls about 18 inches apart, a foot to 18 inches apart, like so, and you're going to hit 5 to 10 putts trying to hit the center of this ball with this ball. Now, I've got this putter intentionally set up a little bit wrong for me so that I can get some misses going into this ball. Okay, so that putt right there, I missed to the left. And what you want to do is you want to determine a pattern one way or the other. Are you hitting the center? Are you hitting the right side of the ball? Are you hitting the left side of the ball? So if you putt this over and over and over, you're going to start to get a pattern. So 5 to 10 balls will usually do it for you, and you'll be able to learn really quickly where the problem is. Are you hitting it to the right or are you hitting it to the left? So I'm trying to hit the center of the ball there, but all 3 of those I've hit to the left. Okay, so my pattern with this current setup is that it's pointed too far to the left for me. So I'm going to make an adjustment and change that to be where I want it to be, or at least start to determine where it needs to be. So right now I've got this putter set at red B5, and I'm going to dial it to the right. So I've got my white hosel adapter ready to go. I'm going to take the head off by undoing this screw. I'm going to keep my screw. And I'm going to take the shaft piece out because you want the shaft to line up to where your putter is properly. Now, if you have a completely round grip on yours, then it doesn't matter where your grip is turned, then you don't have to do that one. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this. Now, I was at red B5, which is more of a left bias, and I'm going to go to white, okay, my white adapter, up in the A position, and we're going to go to A1. Okay, so if I go to A1, that's going to bias this putter more to the right. Okay, there's the A setting, A1. Put my putter shaft back in. Attach my screw. Now I'm set at white A1, which should start my putts more to the right. Okay, and I look down at it and I can see immediately that it's changed. You know, it's always amazing to me when I go back and do this again. Of course, I've been through my setup and I've got my position where I want it on my putter. But as I set this up, it's like, ooh, that doesn't feel quite right. Doesn't look quite right for me. And what we're looking for is for you to recreate your natural putting stroke, because we want to line up your putting stroke to where your ball is actually going. You should be able to aim and hit that ball. Now, for those of you saying, oh, well, you're showing us here. Yes, of course I'm showing you, but I'm trying to hit the center of the ball, which I did right there. So I've got right, straight on this one. Okay, I'm about a foot to 18 inches apart, and I'm just trying to find a natural position for my hands and see where that putter is going. So that's 2 in a row that were straight. I've got right, straight. Okay, right, straight. So that's looking pretty good. Okay, right, straight, right. Okay, 3 and straight. So I've got 3 rights and 3 straights. So I'm probably pretty close, and I could be happy right here and be happy with those putts. But I'm going to do one last adjustment, and I'm going to go 1 step to the left and see if that helps some of those right ones. All right, so now I've moved just a little bit because my camera was overheating there. So I've got my red adapter, and I'm gonna go a touch to the left. So I'm gonna go red B1, so that's color down. The first, if I go to the center, and then the first time it clicks in, there's my B1 setting. And I put my screw into the bottom here. Now just a note that depending on how much you tighten these screws, sometimes during play or during transportation, the putter can get a little bit wiggly. So the whole intention is to get you dialed in perfectly, give it a nice good snug, and it shouldn't be a problem. If it ever is a problem, get to your correct settings. You can crazy glue in each of these screws so that they absolutely will never change anymore. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out, but get dialed into the perfect spot. Most of the time, there is no problem with any kind of wiggling or rattling or loosening of the screws when you give it a nice good snug. If it is a problem, we can fix that with you. Or you can add a little bit of crazy glue to the end of the screws and it will not change. But just note, after you do that, you can't change it. So if it is a problem, let us know. Okay, so now I've adjusted to my red B1 setting. I'm gonna see if I can hit the center of that ball a few more times. So it should correct some of those right misses that were coming. Let's see how we do here. All right, 1 for 1. That was good. Two for 2. That's really the goal here, is we're trying to line up our putter, zero in our putter to be able to hit the center of our line. Okay, just a touch right. And the gauntlet as well will tell you right where you need to be, whether you're hitting it right or left. That was 3 for 4. Again, you're trying to find a pattern, see a pattern of where you're hitting the ball, whether you feel comfortable, where your hands are. There we go, 4 for 5. I am happy where I am. I've zeroed in my putter, and I can trust that when I hit and line up my putt, that I'm going to hit my line as often as humanly possible.